We were working in a marketing department setting together, and Heather was hired. And I think we worked together for a year or so before we really became friends. Heather is an artist. I am an artist. So, we just kind of got to know each other through, working together and looking at each other's artwork. And, there's always this period of time where you're, I guess, trying somebody out as far as a friend. They have the same interests, and I think we started to discover that we have very compatible personalities.
Mostly, I wanted to be in a closer relationship with Leigh because she is an artist and she's further along in life than I am. And art is one of those things that it's always been portrayed to me. Creativity seems to be associated with youth, and how do you maintain that through the life of a career, just throughout life? How do you keep getting ideas without feeling like this is going to be my last idea? And to find somebody who was really vibrant and who still had really great taste in music, and not music from like their high school days, like she knew what's going on now. I really gravitated toward that and wanted to spend time with somebody who was able to keep that going, and to know like what would life look like when I was 10, 15 years down the road, that I didn't have to worry that I'm gonna have to find another career or sitting at a desk doing accounting, that I could be a lifetime artist.
I did not have any expectations, that I can remember, not up front that I was gonna get something. I'm just looking for someone that I can talk out my faith with and talk about what God is doing, and somebody who's willing to listen and talk it out with me. And she was there. And then I started realizing as we got into the relationship that I was really learning a lot from her. One of the things that God showed me through Heather is age is not really a factor, because I learned quite a bit from her.
Well, initially, I think we would go to lunch every once in a while, and we read a book together at one point. There have been a few key markers. I went to Africa probably 6 or 7 years ago, and Leigh was a really big part of helping me get ready for that trip. It was just me going to visit a friend in Africa, and Leigh has a real heart for other countries, specifically Tanzania, where I was going. So I think that was a big part of our relationship. Because somewhere along the way, we really just became friends. And I know I looked up to Leigh, and I was younger, and she might not have known it, but I didn't see us as equals. And I don't know when we became more on the same plane. I know I felt very young and very inadequate in my job and in my career, and I was seeking people who could help me gain some of those skills. I was completely lost. I didn't know how to manage several $100,000 in a budget. I didn't know how to balance my checkbook, much less manage somebody else's money. And Leigh was really helpful in helping me gain some of those skills, whether she knew she was doing it or not. I might have just been quietly sort of listening. I listened a lot. I think I still do, but those first couple years, I was trying to glean whatever I could, because I just knew I had a lot to learn. My name is Heather.
My name is Leigh.
Mentoring has changed my life.